Hi, do you know your personality defines who you are and what kind of career suits you? Your personality is a combination of your traits, emotions, beliefs and behaviors. While every person and their personality is completely unique and one of a kind, there is a popular Myers-Briggs Type Indicator MBTI test that is quite accurate to tell about the personality of a person and categorize 16 different types of personality. If you'd like to find out what is your personality, is it accurate? Take this quick quiz, only 4 questions, and find out. Learn how your personality type influences many areas of your life. Be yourself and answer honestly to find out your personality type. Choose the letter that best describe you for each question. For example, if you are extrovert type, write down E. If you are introvert type, write down I. Only one letter can be chosen for each question. Record down the letter for each question. Answer. Question 1. How do you get your energy? Extrovert type are generally sociable, are focused on the outer world, get energy by spending time with others, talk a lot, start conversations, speak first, then think, are quick to take action, have many friends, many interests. Introverts type I are generally quiet, are focused on their inner world, get energy by spending time alone, mostly listen, wait for others to talk first, think first, then speak, are slow to take action, have a few deep friendships, refined interests. Question 2. How do you see the world? Gather information. Senses type As have finely tuned 5 senses, pay attention to the details, focus on what is real, in the present, think in concrete terms like practical things, like to do, make, are accurate and observant, prefer to do things the established way. Intuitives type N use their 6th sense, see the big picture, focus on what is possible, in the future. Think in abstract terms like theories, like to dream, design, are creative and imaginative, prefer to try out new ideas. Question 3. How do you make your decisions? Thinkers type T mostly use their head, make decisions based on logic, are more interested in things, ideas, treat everybody the same, emphasizing fairness, are more scientific in describing the world. Feelers type F mostly use their heart, make decisions based on their values, are more interested in people, emotions, treat people according to their situation, emphasizing compassion, are more poetic in describing the world. Question 4. How much do you like to plan ahead? Judges type J are organized and structured, make plans in advance, keep to the plan, like to be in control of their life, want to finalize decisions. A sense. Perceivers P are casual and relaxed, prefer to go with the flow, are able to change and adapt quickly, like to simply let life happen. You should now have 4 letters, 1 for each question. That's your A personality type. Select your type from the 16 personalities type table below to see your personality. ISTJ, the inspector. ISTJs thrive on organization. They keep their lives and environments well regulated. They bring painstaking attention to detail in their work and will not rest until a job is well completed. They are often dissatisfied with unresolved issues, whether in life or in fiction. ISTJs are faithful, logical, organized, sensible, and earnest traditionalists. They earn success by thoroughness and dependability, shutting out distractions. They take a practical, logical approach to their endeavors, realistic and responsible. They work steadily toward their goals. They enjoy creating order in both their professional and personal lives, despite their focus on their internal world. ISTJs prefer dealing with the present and the factual, keen observers of life. They weigh various options when making decisions. ISTJs are well prepared for most eventualities and have a good understanding of most situations. They believe in practical objectives, and they value traditions and loyalty. ISTJs learn best and apply themselves to subjects that they deem practical and useful. As learners, ISTJs tend to need materials, directions, and teachers to be precise and accurate if they are to trust the information that is presented. They prefer concrete and useful applications and will tolerate theory only if it leads to these ends. They like learning activities that allow them time to reflect and think. Material that seems too easy or too enjoyable leads ISTJs to be skeptical of its merit, because of their practical outlook. ISTJs clearly delineate between work and play. Therefore, their ideal learning environment is task-oriented, has a clear schedule, and has a clear and precise assignment. ISTJs respect facts. They hold a tremendous store of data within themselves, gathered through their sensing function. They may have difficulty valuing a theory or idea that differs from their own perspective. However, if they are shown the importance or relevance of the idea by someone whom they respect or care about, the idea becomes a fact that the ISTJ will internalize and vigorously support. ISTJs often work for long periods, devoting their energy to tasks that they see as important to fulfilling a goal. However, they resist putting energy into things that don't make sense to them, or for which they can't see a practical application. They prefer to work alone but can work well in teams when the situation demands it. They like to be accountable for their actions, and they enjoy positions of responsibility. They have little use for theory or abstract thinking, unless the practical application is clear. In general, ISTJs are capable, logical, reasonable, and effective individuals with a deeply driven desire to promote security and peaceful living. They can be highly effective at achieving their goals, so whatever those may be. Possible careers: accountant, business manager, dentist, math teacher, office administrator, police. ISFJ the nurturer. ISFJs are interested in maintaining order and harmony in every aspect of their lives. They are steadfast and meticulous in handling their responsibilities. Although quiet, they are people-oriented and very observant. Not only do they remember details about others, but they observe and respect others' feelings. Friends and family are likely to describe them as thoughtful and trustworthy. ISFJs are warm-hearted and compassionate individuals who are always thinking of others before themselves. They enjoy working in fields with long traditions where they can apply their kind nature and analytic skills. They excel in social work, medicine, and academics, for example. Emotionally oriented, ISFJs are sensitive to other people's feelings and have a deep understanding of their own. At the same time, they are grounded by logic and reasoning and can always look at situations for what they are in a practical manner. This makes them detail-oriented. They are always able to get the job done with precision and accuracy. Even though ISFJs might have a tendency to procrastinate, they thrive on the pressure of the last minute and will always deliver on time. Although quiet and private, ISFJs also have an uncanny ability to relate to other people on a personal level. When it's needed, they can offer great insight into the human condition, but don't expect it to happen often. ISFJs are well known for keeping their thoughts and feelings to themselves most of the time. ISFJs like things to be orderly, and they also have a uniquely creative side. They tend to have aesthetically pleasing living spaces because they put a lot of thought into the design and flow of their house. They have a knack for making friends and family feel safe and welcomed in their presence. But because they are always thinking of others' needs, ISFJs become vulnerable to being taken advantage of, without proper praise for their accomplishments. ISFJs can easily become distracted by negative and self-sabotaging thoughts. Although they think highly of others, they tend to be far too critical of themselves, always expecting perfection. This perfectionism works both for and against ISFJs. Overall, ISFJs are thoughtful and generous individuals who are dedicated to making a change in the world. With their kindness and commitment, they are emotionally intelligent, while also always taking a practical approach to life, balanced and well-rounded. ISFJs are likely to succeed at anything they set their mind to. Possible careers: clergy, early childhood educator, interior decorator, librarian, nurse, office administrator, secretary. INFJ the counselor. INFJs are conscientious and value-driven. They seek meaning in relationships, ideas, and events, with an eye toward better understanding themselves and others. Using their intuitive skills, they develop a clear and confident vision, which they then set out to execute, aiming to better the lives of others. Like their INTJ counterparts, INFJs regard problems as opportunities to design and implement creative solutions. One of the rarest personality types, INFJs are quiet, private individuals who prefer to exercise their influence behind the scenes. Although very independent, INFJs are intensely interested in the well-being of others. INFJs prefer one-on-one relationships to large groups. Sensitive and complex, they are adept at understanding complicated issues and driven to resolve differences in a cooperative and creative manner. INFJs have a rich, vivid inner life, which they may be reluctant to share with those around them. Nevertheless, they are congenial in their interactions, and perceptive of the emotions of others. Generally well liked by their peers, they may often be considered close friends and confidants by most other types. However, they are guarded in expressing their own feelings, especially to new people, and so tend to establish close relationships slowly. INFJs tend to be easily hurt, though they may not reveal this except to their closest companions. INFJs may silently withdraw as a way of setting limits, rather than expressing their wounded feelings, a behavior that may leave others confused and upset. INFJs tend to be sensitive, quiet leaders with a great depth of personality. They are intricately and deeply woven, mysterious, and highly complex, sometimes puzzling even to themselves. They have an orderly view toward the world, but are internally arranged in a complex way that only they can understand. Abstract in communicating, they live in a world of hidden meanings and possibilities. With a natural affinity for art, INFJs tend to be creative and easily inspired. Yet they may also do well in the sciences, aided by their intuition. Possible careers: artist, chiropractor, clergy, counselor, photographer, teacher, writer. INTJ are the mastermind. INTJs are analytical, like INTPs. They are most comfortable working alone and tend to be less sociable than other types. Nevertheless, INTJs are prepared to lead if no one else seems up to the task, or if they see a major weakness in the current leadership. They tend to be pragmatic, logical, and creative. They have a low tolerance for spin or rampant emotionalism. They are not generally susceptible to catchphrases and do not recognize authority based on tradition, rank, or title. Strengths: hallmarks of the INTJ include independence of thought and a desire for efficiency. They work best when given autonomy and creative freedom. They harbor an innate desire to express themselves by conceptualizing their own intellectual designs. They have a talent for analyzing and formulating complex theories. INTJs are generally well suited for occupations within academia, research, consulting, management, science, engineering, and law. They are often acutely aware of their own knowledge and abilities as well as their limitations and what they don't know, a quality that tends to distinguish them from INTPs. INTJs thus develop a strong confidence in their ability and talents, making them natural leaders. In forming relationships, INTJs tend to seek out others with similar character traits and ideologies. Agreement on theoretical concepts is an important aspect of their relationships. By nature, INTJs can be demanding in their expectations, and approach relationships in a rational manner. As a result, INTJs may not always respond to a spontaneous infatuation but wait for a mate who better fits their set criteria. They tend to be stable, reliable, and dedicated. Harmony in relationships and home life tends to be extremely important to them. They generally withhold strong emotion and do not like to waste time with what they consider irrational social rituals. This may cause non-INTJs to perceive them as distant and reserved. Nevertheless, INTJs are usually very loyal partners who are prepared to commit substantial energy and time into a relationship to make it work. As mates, INTJs want harmony and order in the home and in relationships. The most independent of all types, INTJs trust their intuition when choosing friends and mates, even in spite of contradictory evidence or pressure from others. The emotions of an INTJ are hard to read, and neither male nor female INTJs are apt to express emotional reactions. At times, INTJs seem cold, reserved, and unresponsive, while in fact they are almost hypersensitive to signals of rejection from those they care for. In social situations, INTJs may also be unresponsive and may neglect small rituals designed to put others at ease. For example, INTJs may communicate that idle dialogue such as small talk is a waste of time. This may create the impression that the INTJ is in a hurry, an impression that is not always intended. In their interpersonal relationships, INTJs are usually better in a working situation than in a recreational situation. Possible careers: business administrator, corporate strategist, doctor, engineer, military officer, scientist. ISTP. The craftsman. ISTPs excel at analyzing situations to reach the heart of a problem so that they can swiftly implement a functional repair, making them ideally suited to the field of engineering. Naturally quiet people, they are interested in understanding how systems operate, focusing on efficient operation and structure. They are open to new information and approaches, but contrary to their seemingly detached natures, ISTPs are often capable of humorously insightful observations about the world around them. They can also be closet daredevils who gravitate toward fast-moving or risky hobbies, such as bungee jumping, hang gliding, racing, motorcycling, and parachuting. Recreational sports, such as downhill skiing, paintball, ice hockey, and scuba diving, and careers, such as aviation and firefighting. ISTPs may sometimes seem to act without regard for procedures, directions, protocol, or even their own safety. But while their approach may seem haphazard, it is in fact based on a broad store of knowledge developed over time through action and keen observation. ISTPs enjoy self-sufficiency and take pride in developing their own solutions to problems. ISTPs are content to let others live according to their own rules, as long as the favor is reciprocated. ISTPs endure reasonable impositions without complaint, but if their territory is encroached upon, eroded, or violated, they defend what they view as rightfully theirs. Possible careers: construction worker, electrician, factory worker, mechanic, military, police, pilot, tech support. ISFP are the artist. SFPs are peaceful, easygoing people who adopt a live and let live approach to life. They enjoy taking things at their own pace and tend to live in the moment. Although quiet, they are pleasant, considerate, caring, and devoted to the people in their lives. Though not inclined to debate or necessarily even air their views, their values are important to them. Introverted and quiet, ISFPs are difficult to build a close relationship with. They usually have a small circle of friends and family who they have had relationships with over long periods of time. Even though it takes ISFPs a long time to open up to others, once they do they have a lot to say. ISFs are deep thinkers who walk to the beat of their own drum. ISFPs tend to examine the world with all 5 of their senses. They thrive on experiencing every aspect of the present moment by taking in the sight, feel, touch, smell, and sounds of life as much as they possibly can. This makes them incredibly talented artists who are able to breathe life into their art. They excel in positions where they can follow their own personal value system while also expressing themselves creatively, motivated by their sympathetic nature. ISFPs are always ready to help anyone in need. They have an intuitive understanding of what other people are thinking and feeling, which makes them skilled in helping others. However, ISFPs have a tendency to become overly critical of themselves due to their strong sense of values and are not quick to take credit for their work. Relentlessly humble, ISFPs prefer to have their work and service speak for themselves. ISFPs also enjoy spending a lot of time in the quiet calm of nature where they can clear their heads and figure things out for themselves. They value their alone time more than most people. In fact, they rely on solitude to unwind and gain perspective. They may appear to have a carefree attitude, but those who know the ISFP would say they are serious and focused, and because they take life so seriously, ISFPs often feel overwhelmed by the world, but they overcome these obstacles with their altruistic nature and artistic abilities. Possible careers: designer, early childhood educator, elementary teacher, musician, nurse, social worker, veterinarian. INFP are the idealist. The polite, reserved exterior of INFPs can at first make them difficult to get to know. They enjoy conversation, however, taking particular delight in the unusual. When INFPs are in a sociable mood, their humor and charm shine through. Disposed to like people and to avoid conflict, INFPs tend to make pleasant company, devoted to those in their inner circle. INFPs guard the emotional well-being of others, consoling those in distress, guided by their desire for harmony. INFPs prefer to be flexible unless their ethics are violated. Then, they become passionate advocates for their beliefs. They are often able to sway the opinions of others through tact, diplomacy, and an ability to see varying sides of an issue. INFPs develop these insights through reflection, and they require substantial time alone to ponder and process new information. While they can be quite patient with complex material, they are generally bored by routine. Though not always organized, INFPs are meticulous about things they value. Perfectionists, they may have trouble completing a task because it cannot meet their high standards. They may even go back to a completed project after the deadline so they can improve it. INFPs are creative types and often have a gift for language. As introverts, they may prefer to express themselves through writing. Their dominant feeling drives their desire to communicate, while their auxiliary intuition supplies the imagination. Possible careers: artist, counselor, editor, musician, political activist, teacher, writer. The scientist. INTPs are philosophical innovators, fascinated by logical analysis, systems, and design. They are preoccupied with theory, and search for the universal law behind everything they see. They want to understand the unifying themes of life, in all their complexity. INTPs are detached, analytical observers who can seem oblivious to the world around them because they are so deeply absorbed in thought. They spend much of their time in their own heads, exploring concepts, making connections, and seeking understanding of how things work. To the architect, life is an ongoing inquiry into the mysteries of the universe. Possible careers: computer programmer, engineer, professor, psychologist, researcher, scientist. ESTP the doer. ESTPs are energetic thrill-seekers who are at their best when putting out fires, whether literal or metaphorical. They bring a sense of dynamic energy to their interactions with others and the world around them. They assess situations quickly and move adeptly to respond to immediate problems with practical solutions. Active and playful, ESTPs are often the life of the party and have a good sense of humor. They use their keen powers of observation to assess their audience and adapt quickly to keep interactions exciting. Although they typically appear very social, they are rarely sensitive. The ESTP prefers to keep things fast-paced and silly rather than emotional or serious. Possible careers: construction worker, entrepreneur, firefighter, laborer, marketer, military, paramedic, salesperson. ESFP the performer. ESFPs are vivacious entertainers who charm and engage those around them. They are spontaneous, energetic, and fun-loving, and take pleasure in the things around them: food, clothes, nature, animals, and especially people. ESFPs are typically warm and talkative and have a contagious enthusiasm for life. They like to be in the middle of the action and the center of attention. They have a playful, open sense of humor, and like to draw out other people and help them have a good time. Possible careers: actor, coach, food service worker, receptionist, painter, personal trainer, salesperson. ENFP the discoverer. ENFPs are people-centered creators with a focus on possibilities and a contagious enthusiasm for new ideas, people and activities. Energetic, warm, and passionate, ENFPs love to help other people explore their creative potential. ENFPs are typically agile and expressive communicators, using their wit, humor, and mastery of language to create engaging stories. Imaginative and original, ENFPs often have a strong artistic side. They are drawn to art because of its ability to express inventive ideas and create a deeper understanding of human experience. Possible careers: actor, counselor, journalist, politician, teacher, writer. ENTP the inventor. ENTPs are inspired innovators, motivated to find new solutions to intellectually challenging problems. They are curious and clever, and seek to comprehend the people, systems, and principles that surround them. Open-minded and unconventional, visionaries want to analyze, understand, and influence other people. ENTPs enjoy playing with ideas and especially like to banter with others. They use their quick wit and command of language to keep the upper hand with other people, often cheerfully poking fun at their habits and eccentricities. While the ENTP enjoys challenging others, in the end they are usually happy to live and let live. They are rarely judgmental, but they may have little patience for people who can't keep up. Possible careers: engineer, entrepreneur, inventor, lawyer, scientist. ESTJ the supervisor. ESTJs are hard-working traditionalists, eager to take charge in organizing projects and people, orderly, rule-abiding, and conscientious. ESTJs like to get things done, and tend to go about projects in a systematic, methodical way. ESTJs are the consummate organizers, and want to bring structure to their surroundings. They value predictability and prefer things to proceed in a logical order. When they see a lack of organization, The ESTJ often takes the initiative to establish processes and guidelines, so that everyone knows what's expected. Possible careers: business administrator, financial officer, office manager, military, insurance agent, salesperson. ESFJ. The caregiver. ESFJs are conscientious helpers, sensitive to the needs of others and energetically dedicated to their responsibilities. They are highly attuned to their emotional environment and attentive to both the feelings of others and the perception others have of them. ESFJs like a sense of harmony and cooperation around them, and are eager to please and provide. ESFJs value loyalty and tradition, and usually make their family and friends their top priority. They are generous with their time, effort, and emotions. They often take on the concerns of others as if they were their own, and will attempt to put their significant organizational talents to use to bring order to other people's lives. Possible careers: early childhood educator, nurse, office administrator, social worker, teacher. ENFJ. The mentor. ENFJs are idealist organizers, driven to implement their vision of what is best for humanity. They often act as catalysts for human growth because of their ability to see potential in other people and their charisma in persuading others to their ideas. They are focused on values and vision, and are passionate about the possibilities for people. ENFJs are typically energetic and driven, and often have a lot on their plates. They are tuned into the needs of others and acutely aware of human suffering. However, they also tend to be optimistic and forward-thinking, intuitively seeing opportunity for improvement. The ENFJ is ambitious, but their ambition is not self-serving. Rather, they feel personally responsible for making the world a better place. Possible careers: administrator, CEO, entrepreneur, lawyer, judge, manager. Hope you find this useful. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to Janice on channel. Thanks for watching and do share with others.